I am Sean Embrock with the Hgp Sports Class. Cricket. Guyana spin duo DEVENDRA BISHOO and Versamy Pomal earned deserved call up to the West Indies 20-man squad for training camp in Antigua as the Windies prepare to host England. Calvin Chapman reports.
The encampment begins on April 5th. Versamy Pomal and DEVENDRA BISHOO were key players in the Guyana Jaguars' winning campaign with a combined effort of 128 wickets between them. Pomal emerged as the tournament's leading wicket taker, claiming 67 wickets, and he was avidly supported by DEVENDRA BISHOO's 61 victims. Pomal spoke with Hgp Sports on being the Professional Cricket League's top bowler.
Well, to be honest, I wasn't looking at the leading wicket taker. I was looking to get at least 6 wickets a game, and that really stood out and that really passed the record for me. I just looking for 6 wickets, and I end up getting more than 6 I was looking, and I get 67, so it was a bonus and end up breaking the record.
BISHOO is also happy with the call-up after putting the hard work in.
Very satisfied with my performance. I think I'm going to bowl well in the tournament too. He bowled really good in partnership. Me and he bowled really good together. You know, we enjoy one another company and we enjoy bowling together.
Both spinners who once featured for the regional side were sidelined. The first test between the host and England is scheduled for Antigua on April 13th.
Still with the Guyana Jaguars cricket team, the champions of the WICB Professional Cricket League returned home after putting aside Windward Islands effortlessly. Calvin Chapman was at Ogle Airport when the team arrived.
Reigning 4-day champs, the Guyana Jaguars cricket team arrived home from Dominica on Wednesday afternoon. The squad is happy to see their hard work converted into silverware. Captain Leon Johnson shared with Hgp Sports his sentiments.
Well, discipline, obviously we've been good in all disciplines of the game, batting, bowling, fielding. And the contributions of Pomal and BISHOO throughout the tournament, 128 wickets between them. We bowled out almost every single team we played against twice, so those are the major contributions. We also had 3 batsmen over 500 runs and 4 close to 500 runs, so those are the main factors.
Vice skipper Vishal Singh on his and the team's performance.
I had a good season, you know. Coming into the tournament, I was looking for a big score and be consistent along the way, and you know, I got a couple of 50s and a big 100. So, I mean, personally for me, you know, I had a good season and just looking to build on that for the next tour. And, you know, as for the team's performance, you know, the result speaks for itself. 8 wins out of 10 games. 1 draw and a disappointing loss, you know, finishing way ahead of everybody else. So it was an excellent team performance.
Christopher Barnwell, whose maiden first-class century of 148 was critical in the Jaguars' mauling of Windwards in the last round.
Obviously a wonderful feeling to go there and score my first-class century. You know, that's every batter dream is to get that first 100. You know, it take a lengthy time, but at the same time I just accept and bless that it come, you know. I just went out that day and played some positive cricket and shiver the other end there, motivate me and keep talking to me throughout the innings. So I think that helped me a great lot.
Hgp Sports caught up with BAHADUR, president of the Guyana Cricket Board.
I don't think words can actually express the way I feel and the federal executives of the Guyana Cricket Board feel. You have made us proud and definitely you have shown that we have the right program, because if we can just reflect back, and the 15 coming right through, we were very successful. Now you have set a path for yourself and we have to continue.
Guinness Greatest of the Street concludes round robin stage Tuesday night as the East Coast competition moves to the quarterfinals, Friday with 8 teams. More in this report. The first game of Tuesday's action ended in a stalemate after regulation time. The winner of the match was decided at the penalty line. Melanie B emerged winners over Paradise in the shootout, 2-1. BVB was spared any play on the tarmac and got an easy win by way of a walkover after it was a no-show by the Mahaika contingent. Haslington were edged out by Plaisance B 1-0 in the second half of play, and the backless Trunks Maikoni 3-0 after an exciting display by both teams. At the resumption of play after the customary 30 minutes break, defending champions Melanie A outplayed a determined Ansgrove punters to snatch a 2-0 victory. Victoria Churchyard was gifted their first game after Golden Grove Superstars failed to show. The encounter between Buxton and BVA left the latter in the wilderness after a grueling battle that had the fans animated and eventually ended with victory for Buxton at the penalty line. Buxton won by sudden death. The final matchup brought together Plaisance A and Victoria Eagles. Plaisance was able to see off the Eagles with a 2-0 victory, scoring 1 goal in the first session and cementing the win in the second session with goal number 2. The 2 top teams from each of the 4 groups will advance to the quarterfinals, which will be played on Friday 27th at 7:30 p.m. In more football news, the Milo Schools Under-20 semi-finals competition kicks off on Thursday at the Ministry of Education ground, Carifesta Avenue. The anticipated excitement of the Final Four kickstart at 2 p.m. when defending champions Lodge Secondary takes on Dolphin Secondary for the first spot in the final. This encounter promises to be a thriller. The feature matchup will see favorites Morgan Learning Center and Chases Academy in the hunt for dominance, more or less, since the 2 teams are touted as the best in the competition. Both teams so far demonstrated their ability to win and play great soccer. The date at 4 p.m. will decide on Thursday which of these 2 teams will advance to the finals. It is expected that a large crowd of supporters consistent with the trends of the previous matches will be in attendance for 2 exciting semi-final encounters. And with that, we've come to the end of sports. I am Sean Embra. Now for a look at the weather forecast.